Huh? What?
Retro Rob plays everything.
Hey, Rob here, and today we're looking at the Sega Genesis Classic Game Console. This is the older model that just has RCA jacks, not HDMI. They were clearing these out at Menards, of all places. And of course I get a lot of those Menards rebates because I have a project house. And yeah, I hate those, by the way. Those are just ridiculous. It is 2018. There's no reason for rebates. But anyway, we won't talk about that. We'll talk about the Genesis Classic Game Console and its 81 built-in games. This, of course, is made by AtGames, so the sound is almost assuredly not going to be real good, but I'll give it a chance. Why not? That said, I mean, there's we have big old AtGames logo. There is a chance that since I get to use my own speakers for this, it might be better. All right, on the side it says, package includes Classic Game Console, 81 built-in games, 2 wired controllers, AC power adapter, AV cable, and instruction manual. Also has a diagram of everything. There's the power. Great. Yeah, and this does run actual Sega Genesis games. So we'll be checking that out. And I also had a request to see if these would run my clone cart, and I will try that with it too. Alright. Quite a few decent games on here, it looks like. Comic Zone, which I just learned about when starting to play clones. Really good game. Decap Attack I like quite a bit. I'm not very good at it though. Got a few versions of that. Rise Star, one of my favorites. And we've got Mortal Kombat, which I don't care about. We do have Kid Chameleon though, which is pretty darn good. And we'll just check out a couple games, see how they run on here. And another side. And I think we got it all, right? Bottom. And we already showed you the AtGames on top. Let's start the unboxing. The box is sealed via one piece of tape at the bottom. It used to be just one little tiny thing right here, but it looks like Menards or somebody went over it with another tape. So it's possible this one's been opened and returned already. Looks a little bit like that too. Should have inspected it. Here's the instruction manual. It's pretty huge. It does describe the games that are in there. I do like that about AtGames. Give them some points for including an actual manual with at least a little bit of information about each game in English. We have the cable. It is it's probably about 3 feet long. Looks like it's in stereo. That's nice. I do like the fact that it disconnects from the unit as opposed to being tied into the unit. That's always a plus. So that means there will be some RCA ports on it. Yeah, this has definitely been opened. This is not properly sealed. They should have given an extra rebate on that, or an extra bit of money off. There's the adapter. It looks like a typical Famiclone adapter. It's not, I don't think. I don't think they have the same power rating. Oh, they might actually, because I think you could share the Genesis one with the NES one. No, that's not right. It was the no, it was the Genesis with the NES one. All right, forget it. It's not about this. If you know about that though, comment down below and remind me, because apparently I forgot. Okay, here's the controllers. They don't feel too bad. They're very light. They're definitely cheap, but the buttons themselves have a pretty decent feel to it. The D-pad's it's not terrible. It feels a little blah. I mean, it's competently constructed, but it's not like great OEM construction. It's definitely not like Sega OEM construction. Not that Sega OEM was that good anyway, but still, it's not as good as that, and they're definitely kind of light. Not horrible. I mean, they feel like they'd be playable. We'll see. But not bad. And next, we have the console itself, which is darn cute, and this is why I wanted it. I think they're a neat looking little console. My buddy Tom has one of these, and I really thought, you know, hey, that's really nice. That said, I've got a real Genesis, so I don't really need it, but it's good for when you're going to shows and need a quick fake Genesis fix. There's the bottom of it. The plastics on this feel like they're about the same plastics as the controller. These are not, they're a different type of plastics. On the side here, it's glossy, but it's not rubbery like it looks like it might be. It's just a slightly different texture. Menu button, on off button. They feel okay. Console is super light. I mean, just really light. Feels like there's almost nothing in there. I'm gonna guess it's just a little board in there. And that's it. And there's a cartridge slot. All right, let's test it out. Oh, I forgot to go through the cabling real quick. Okay, here's the power supply. Plug it in right here. Then we have the composite out. And then yellow, white, red, and this is the piece that goes to your TV. Out, and then finally we have the joystick. Well, gamepad controller. And there we go. All set up and ready to go.
So here we are at the main menu, and we have pages of games. But I do want you to note that, about halfway through the games, all of a sudden we start hitting, these things. And these are games that weren't really written for the Sega Genesis. They were just made by AtGames, and they are generally of not as high of quality as the Genesis games. They're generally a bit like this. I played a couple of these games on the handheld version of this in another video, so if you want to check that one out, that should be in the playlist along with this. I'll try and link it up if I remember to. This is so much better than the Apple II version. Okay, hit the menu button to go back to the menu. Okay, so not enough original content for you. Let's go do Cross the Road. Gonna like this one. Been playing a lot of Frogger lately, so yeah, your kid trying to cross the road. Incidentally, there is a Frogger clone called Senseless Violence on the Apple II GS, and it has a baby crossing the road. It is really in bad taste, which is pretty funny. Oh crap, I ran into it. There we go. There we go. I win! Is that it? Level 2, okay. Ooh. Hey, I should live stream this game. Serious stuff here. So, yeah, I need to put one in each, alright. Ooh. Here we go. Oh crap. Can't go back, just forward. Interesting. Here we go. I win. Back to the main menu. So how does it play Genesis games? Well, fairly well. It has the usual sound problems. They're not as bad as, say, with the handheld, because they're not being amplified by the horribleness of the speaker. The games actually play fairly well. I don't see any real problems here. You know, nothing a decent emulator couldn't do, but I mean, you know, you're talking a little standalone here, so that's kind of nice. Oops. I always hit A at the beginning of this. And use up my first potion. And then get my butt kicked. Come on. Enough of this. Die. I mean, the speed's good. The controllers, yeah, they work fine. I don't feel like I'm fighting it or anything. Come here, get over here. It's like Diablo. Actually, Diablo. Diablo is like it. Oh, I did it again. Quit hitting A. Oh. I'll get you. Well, that's mine. You. There we go. That'll learn you. I remember playing this in the arcade. I thought it was like just so awesome. And it still plays really well. You freak. Nice. Turtle Village. Oh, that was a jump kick to the face. Come on. There you go. Oh. Come on. That's fine. This time I mean to use it. I'm gonna waste them anyway. Come on, you jerk. Oh, he kicked my butt. One left. Come on. I don't know why kicking the crap out of him gives me such joy, but it does. Alright, on to something else. Always liked Altered Beast, too. Cap attack. Eh. Meh. We can do a little bit of this. I like playing this on the Game Gear quite a bit. It works pretty well on that platform. And doesn't look too bad either. You have to train yourself out of jumping on things. It's the anti-Mario. Nothing in there. Do 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 do. Jump. Got something out of that. 400 points. Oop, there's some free crap up there. There we go. Oh, crap. Alright. Try one more of the built-in games, and then we will go on to trying a cartridge or two. Jeez, what? In the style of Russian attack. Gotcha. Oh, nice. I got hit. Alright, I need up there. There we go. Let's go down here. Alright, enough of this. Let's go try a cartridge. Okay, so we're going to try a real cartridge in here. I have Sonic Spinball, which I think is built into the game. Quick note about saving games. It will work normally on cartridges that support it. The only games in this that support saving that are built into the game are the adventure games. So the Fantasy Star games will support saving, but other games like the action games that may have had it, they won't. But if you do put in like a regular cartridge and it supports save, then it will save on this system too. No problem. Here we have Sonic Spinball, which is really pretty good. Almost as good as Alien Crush, in my opinion, on the TG16. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah. Just a good combination of video game and pinball mechanics here on display. I do like it. Jeez, I am doing terrible. There we go. I only have a few actual Genesis cartridges, come to find out, that aren't like hack jobs, and it ran them fine. I didn't have any problems with them. So, all in all, that works really pretty well. But, let's see what happens when we put a hack cartridge in. I was asked this by the Peanut Gallery in the past. The Peanut Gallery. Alright, here we have the Super 112-in-1 multi-cart, which is a total hack cart, but has a lot of great games on it. And as you can see, nothing. Now, I do hear that the SD card readers will work on this, and I've seen that kind of thing before. I think the I'm trying to remember what it was, but there was a console that used to run everything. I'm trying to remember the name of that thing. Oh, the Retron. The Retron 5 had that same thing where it wouldn't run the hack cartridges, but it would run the SD cards. So that may work. Alright, well, let's get a game in the background and get a decision on whether this is naughty or nice, shall we? It's way past Christmas when I'm recording this, by the way. So what is the verdict on this guy? Well, the plastics are okay, but they are not great. This console is very, 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 very light. It feels like the longevity might be a problem. However, I haven't actually had any problems with it, so that's, that it might be okay. The controllers work way better than expected. They really felt nice when I played them. No control problems. If you don't like them, thankfully, you can replace them with the original Genesis controllers because they put the original ports in there, and that is a nice touch. Another nice touch, these cables can be replaced now. So if these wear out, just put a new set of RCA cables in there, and that's actually very rare on these. Usually they come attached to the unit. So a little nod to some quality on it. The fact that it plays original cartridges is really great. Now, the emulation is, it's okay. The sound's a little bit off. It's not as bad as it is on the handhelds, thanks to the fact that you can use your own speakers. Through the headset, they sounded almost decent to me. I don't know why they have such a hard time with Genesis emulation, but the sound, if you're a real audiophile, it might put you off a little bit because it's not perfect. The games play well. I like the selection of games that are included. They could have just left out the ones that they made themselves because most of those games are just kind of filler garbage. There might be one or two that are okay to play, but for the most part, meh. As far as the price goes, at 25 bucks, I'd say, hey, all in on this. But these tend to be up around 40 or 50. I saw them around Christmas, and that's for the non-HDMI model. The HDMI model's like 70. So, that's a little high. If you see it for 25, definitely grab it. But at 50, I'd say give it a pass. You can actually get yourself a real Genesis for that. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more. And I will see you in a couple days. Bye.
Retro Rocks Gaming Videos.